Now that the school year is over, hopefully you have a little less on your mind and have a little extra time. This is the perfect time to get into your summer headspace. Now, what do I mean by that? You'll soon understand. So let's jump in. Are you a language teacher looking for some reassurance that what you're doing in the classroom is on the right track? Or maybe you're looking for some ways to teach even more effectively. If you're one or the other or somewhere in between, you've landed in the right place. This is the World Language Classroom Podcast with your host, me, Joshua Cabral. You're about to get tips, tools, and resources so that your students continue to rise in proficiency and communicate with confidence. Let's jump in. Vamos, allons-y. Hello, my friends. Bonjour, mes amis. Hola, mis amigos. Welcome to the World Language Classroom Podcast. I am Joshua Cabral, and thank you, as always, for listening to episodes of a podcast about language teaching. Just one of the many things that makes you an incredible educator, so thank you so much for that. So as you heard in the intro, I want to talk about summer headspace. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast for the last couple of seasons, this is something I've done the last 2 summers, and it has gone over really well with listeners, and they really like this opportunity. So I will do it again this summer. So when I talk about summer headspace, I'm talking about this idea of having some extra time to reflect when we don't have so many other pressing priorities and issues going on in our lives, and we have a little bit more of a clearer head. Now, I know that we all have lots going on over the summer when we're not in school, and maybe you're even teaching summer school or doing summer programs or doing things with your kids, but we tend to not have the day-to-day struggles, challenges, and triumphs that we have in our classrooms. So we have a little bit of a clearer head, or we have a little extra space. That's what I call my summer headspace. So on these episodes, what I want to do is give you an opportunity to revisit themes and episodes with a fresh lens. So maybe something has come up since the first time you listened to it, and it might strike you in a different way because it was something that you heard maybe in February, but then it didn't really pertain to your classroom or your students, but then something has happened since, or you've come across a resource since, and you might hear it and understand it in a little bit of a different way. So in each of these Summer Headspace episodes, I will do a 5-minute recap and revisit episodes that have come out in the last year, and I'm going to pull themes together so that they sort of complement each other. And this will give you an opportunity, like I said, to maybe catch something new that you didn't catch the first time, or maybe finish an episode that you started but didn't get a chance to finish, or maybe you'll hear it for the first time. If you started listening later in this year, it might be something from earlier in the year, or maybe you just didn't get to it that week, but this will be an opportunity for that. So bringing together episodes from the past year that complement each other, give you a chance to see it, hear it in maybe a different lens than you had originally, maybe finish an episode that you had started, or listen to the episode for the first time. But again, I'll also be grouping them by theme because a lot of times they'll complement each other, so maybe listening to them that way will give you some new insights and new ways to think about what you're doing in your classroom. So in each one of these Summer Headspace episodes, they're just going to be a 5-minute episode over the summer. There's going to be 7 of them. And it's just going to be a 5-minute recap and revisit to pull the themes together. And then the links to those 2 episodes, or sometimes more, that I reference will be right there in the show notes. So you don't have to go and find them. You can say, oh yeah, that was that episode. I want to listen to that again, or I didn't catch that one, or yes, I want to listen to these 2 together. So to make it easy for you, the links to the episodes will be right in the show notes. You can go right there and listen to them right away. So as I said, there will be 7 of these Summer Headspace episodes, and they will begin next Monday, July 8th, and they'll continue through the summer, and then you will have a new episode of the podcast on August 28th. So be sure to listen, catch up, revisit, hear it in a new way, and hopefully that will help you to keep your thoughts on your teaching and understanding just a little bit over the summer. I know we all need a break, but this is just an opportunity to keep some things fresh and to hear them maybe with a little bit of a different lens. So be sure to check out the show notes where you'll see the link to sign up for Talking Points, my weekly email newsletter with tips and resources for language teaching. And there are also links to get in touch with me if you would like to work together. And we can do that either in person in your school or remotely. So maybe we can work together sometime in the next school year. I'd look forward to that, and hopefully we can make that happen. So I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the World Language Classroom podcast. Be sure to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening so that you never miss an episode. Let's keep the conversation going on social media. Connect with me on X, aka Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at WL Classroom. And for even more valuable resources, visit my website, WLClassroom.com, where you'll find over 300 blog posts about language teaching. So stay inspired, keep growing, and continue making a difference in your language classroom.